What happens to people's behavior in a techno-feudalist society where basically nobody owns anything? You don't own your car, you don't own your home, you don't own your music or your TV shows or your movies. You don't even own your data. I have noticed a behavior that I think is a direct response. It's like a last-ditch effort to claim ownership over identity, language, and intellectual property, which are really the only unmarked territories left. I am calling it digital occupation. Something needs to meet 3 different criteria in order to be classified as digital occupation. The first is exploitation. The second is rebranding. And the third is enforcement. I think this behavior can actually be traced directly back to Taylor Swift, who you may know holds over 400 different trademarks in 16 plus countries. And she doesn't just have her name and her lyrics trademarked, by the way. It's also her cat's names, fan nicknames, and phrases that are just related to her. She has sent cease and desist letters to her own fans. But because she's Taylor Swift, this behavior got branded as like a feminist triumph. And that's exactly why I think we're seeing it trickle down now to everybody else. So in my case study, I examined 3 major examples. One of them is Mel Robbins's let them theory, which you may have heard of. The only problem is it's not actually Mel Robbins's theory. Fun fact, that concept was actually originated by a poet named Cassie Phillips. She wrote a poem called Just Let Them in 2019. That poem ended up going viral in 2022. Here is an excerpt from that poem. So then in 2023, Mel Robbins posted this video on her Instagram, which went mega viral.
Just heard about this thing called the let them theory. I freaking love this. If your friends are not inviting you out to brunch this weekend, let them. If the person that you're really attracted to is not interested in a commitment, let them. If your kids do not want to get up and go to that thing with you this week, let them. So much time and energy is wasted on forcing other people to match our expectations. And the truth is, if somebody, especially somebody you're dating or who's a friend or somebody you're trying to partner with in business, if they are not showing up how you need them to show up, do not try to force them to change. Let them be themselves because they are revealing who they are to you. Just let them. And then you get to choose what you do next.
After this, in 2024, Mel Robbins filed to trademark the phrase, let them. What that did was require online merchants and sellers and Etsy people to pay a licensing fee to Mel Robbins for using it. And theoretically, that would actually even extend to Cassie Phillips, who's the originator of the poem. Then Mel Robbins published her book called The Let Them Theory. And then this past year, she went on an international speaking tour called the Let Them Tour. And people paid between $100 and $200 to see that. Mel Robbins insists that she never read or heard about Cassie Phillips's poem. But it's also quite clear from her video that let them was not her original idea. Hearing about that theory from someone else didn't stop her from trademarking it, representing it as her own, profiting off it, and then preventing other people from using it, which is textbook digital occupation. And you know what? That label might not even bother Mel Robbins. She can just use her theory to let us think whatever we want, right? That is an excerpt from my first ever Substack essay, which you can read on my Substack for free. This essay also includes my analysis of Kylie Jenner's Meta glasses and my take on the Hot Girl Walk and Hot Girls Read drama. I hope you'll check it out.